let's get into it. All right. When did you start playing together with your group?
Well, we started back in 2014. It was me, my friend Reese, and some other people that we're still friends with, but they weren't into the music that much. So we just ended up being a two-piece, mixing the styles of hard rock, heavy metal, and electronic dance music. I'm inspired by Yngwie Malmsteen, the guitarist. I like all the shred stuff. So yeah, we started writing together for a few years, and it was mainly writing and recording at start. And it started in his teens at college. We must have been about 17, and that was back in 2014, and it was all just writing and recording, and basically seeing what we could come up with. So that's how. And it started again. It started at college, and I also knew my friend Reese, who plays keyboard in the band. I also knew him from this youth club that we both went to in the UK, and then in Barnsley, and we were also at college together at Barnsley College, and we just started writing songs and recording because we had like a studio there, and what we started recording there is finally going to see the light of day on Spotify, May 28th, which I'm really excited. So yeah, since 2018, college, youth club, we've been writing since then, 2014.
Fascinating. Fascinating. That's very cool. That's very cool. How did you guys come up with the band name for your group?
It's interesting you mentioned that one because Strobe Axe is not our original band name. For years we used to go by Meltdown.
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm inspired by bands like Metallica and Megadeth. I just wanted that big masculine name, that one word name that starts with M. So we went with that for the most part. But it wasn't until we finally decided we wanted to release our music, we knew we had to change, because the problem is there were so many bands called Meltdown. So, and it was going to make us hard to get heard on the internet. So
yeah, you guys want to stand out. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, I decided to change the name to Strobe Axe, and I came up with Strobe because Strobe is in like a strobe light, like electronic music, and then Axe like a guitar, because I like to do a lot of shredding, and it just worked, and we went with it.
Nice, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. I like that. How long have you guys been playing together for?
Well, I said we started in 2014,
Right, but
but
you
we had
can
a
elaborate more on that.
but we had a year, 3 years hiatus because we both went to separate universities. We got back together after uni for both of us finished, and but since then it's been kind of on and off because of work and the pandemic. So it's like, yeah, we started in 2014, but in a sense we're still really a new band.
That's really cool. Yeah, this pandemic is a very weird time, isn't it?
Yeah,
Very weird.
definitely.
Very weird. Um, where do you guys record your tracks at?
Well, this is the interesting part because we started recording it at Barnsley College in 2014. We did all the guitars, and Reese did all the synths, and he also did synthesized drums because it's only us two that are on the songs. But on the songs on the recordings that we've got, they all sound full because Reese is a really good music producer and I'm a good writer. I do most of the writing. He does the producing, and we started recording at Barnsley College 2014, but we didn't have a vocalist back then, and I we didn't have a vocalist back then, and I couldn't really sing and play guitar at the same time back then. I did sing on some recordings though, because we've got a lot of recordings. We're only putting out a single for now, but what happened? But then, like after a 3 year hiatus, we went back to our recordings, and I started doing vocals on more of the songs, in addition to playing and singing the songs live, because later on I learnt to sing at the same time. But thing is, when we left Barnsley College, we couldn't record there, so we had to record at Reese's home studio, and so we basically recorded at college and in Reese's home studio, and that's how we've done it.
Nice. That's the way to do it, really. Home studios are great.
Yes.
If anyone is inclined to listen to your guys' fabulous tracks, where can they find them? Besides where you already told.
Well, that's the thing. Again, we've got quite an handful of songs. I think we've got like a full EP's worth. But at the minute, we've got live stuff on my YouTube channel, and I'm doing really well on my own personal YouTube channel. I've got about 10,000 subscribers, so that's going really well. And
how long did it take you guys? Well. How long did it take you to get there? By curiosity.
10,000 subscribers. A long time. I've been doing YouTube. I think I've had my YouTube channel for 5 years, but it's been more consistent since the pandemic because we just thought. I mean, a lot of us just have more time. I've just had a lot more time.
Absolutely.
But as far as original songs go, I've actually got some demos I've done myself on my channel that aren't quite finished. And but this, I mean, on May 28th, our first finished song is coming to Spotify. It's called Victorious. That's the only original recording you'll be able to find for now on May 28th. And if you want, and what I'll say is, if you want to hear more of our original songs, then you've got to follow us. You've got to follow us on Instagram at Strobe Axe Official. You've got to follow us on Facebook, also at Strobe Axe Official. And eventually we'll put them all out on Spotify. This is going to be the first of quite a few.
That's really awesome. That really is so cool.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, I really like that track, Victorious. It's so catchy.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, do you guys plan to release, music videos, visuals to go along with your music at some point?
Well, unfortunately, we've not got much of a music video for this song as of now. But what I'm going to try and do is, because there's lots of gig footage on YouTube, on my channel, on the band's YouTube channel, and on some other YouTube channels who are at our shows. There is quite a lot of good footage of us on YouTube out there. And what I might do is I might just see if I can crop together a video out of that footage. And I'm probably going to try and put maybe possibly a lyric video to our song. But one thing I want to get at, that I will be putting out, is a worldwide guitarist collaboration, because on the song Victorious, there's a part where there's just chords. And what I've done is I've created a track out of that, of like the 4-chord progression. There's actually no, it's more than 4 chords, but there's a chord progression, and I'm making a worldwide guitarist collaboration on my YouTube channel with 10k subscribers, where all my guitarists, as many of my guitarist friends as possible, are going to be playing over the chords, playing their own solos, and I'm going to do that to help promote the song. And yeah, hopefully more videos will show up over time, but we're probably going to have a lyric video, the collaboration video, and I'm probably going to do a playthrough of the song myself on my channel. And yeah, I'll have to wait and see on that one, but I can confirm what I've just said will be happening.
That's very cool. That's very cool. Where did you guys find your musical sound? Who inspired you guys? Who inspired your sound? That's what.
Well, that's the cool question, because my friend Reese is not a metalhead. I'm into all the metal stuff. I like the neoclassical metal. I like Yngwie Malmsteen, who's liked and shared a few of my covers, which I was really happy about, because obviously I do covers on my own Instagram. So I like Yngwie Malmsteen, I like Joe Satriani, I like Jason Becker, I like a lot of the Shredders, Marty Friedman, Megadeth, Metallica. I like all the heavy metal stuff, Pantera, Dimebag Darrell. I'm into all that stuff. But my friend Reese, his music taste is completely different. He's into electronic music, electronic dance music. So his stuff, he's into like Kraftwerk, Gorillaz, Dead Mouse, stuff like that. The Chemical Brothers. And so what we do is we combine our influences together to create something new. And a lot of people, some of the people who have heard of our music have said that the genre we play is a new genre, and I'm very excited to share this new genre, our music, with as many people as I can, because it's been a long time coming. I'm really happy about it.
That's very cool. That's very cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Nice. You ever heard of Slayer?
Yes, I love Slayer. Kerry King, what a boy.
Yeah, the only song I know by him is Raining Blood. So that, yeah.
The classic.
How hard is that song to play?
Well, the main riff's easy. It gets quite trickier later. To be honest, I've not played that one in ages. I can remember the main riff. The main riff's like very memorable. I'll get my guitar out now. It'll be a second. It's in E flat tuning.
Okay.
But then, like later on, he does like loads of crazy stuff, like
yeah.
So
that's very cool.
Yes.
What kind of guitar is that? That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a PRS Custom 24. Yeah, this is one of my signatures. This and the Ibanez here. It's got a Floyd Rose on it.
All right. How did you capture the guitar sound on that unique track, Victorious? Because that's a very unique sounding guitar.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while since we recorded it actually, and Reese did most of the production. But I remember what we did is we double tracked the rhythm guitar, we double tracked it, and we recorded out of it. We recorded through a plugin. We actually did the rhythm guitar at his house. It was the lead guitar we did at college. We did it through an amp in a studio, so we get a bit of contrast between the lead. Because I think when you're recording metal and rock songs, it's important if you get that contrast between the rhythm and the lead. And I remember with the rhythm guitar, we double tracked the rhythm, and we recorded everything separately, all the parts. We did it all one part at a time, because we wanted the guitars to sound as tight as they possibly could, because we're mixing it with electronic, and it did take a long time to record, because what we were doing, because we were combining this rock and metal stuff with the electronic stuff. And electronic music is very, very in time. It's very tight. So it was important the guitars were tight, and we double tracked it. And if you notice in the main riff, which I'll just play now, there's that pinched out on it. What we actually did is, I actually did a few of those, and we overlaid them. And we also use side chain on the rhythm guitar like this. That's like what they use in electronic music. So it's kind of going. It's like it's kind of got like a little bit like that Blade night
club music sound.
Like
yeah,
from the Wesley Snipes Blade films. It's like it's got that like slightly trancey sound, that side chain sound, and it's also, I guess, a little bit like Rammstein as well. It's industrial, and it's. the aim was to make it sound industrial and epic and heavy at the same time.
Well, it definitely sounded like that. That's for sure.
Yeah. So that's essentially one of the things we did to get the sound.
Wow.
And of course, I used distortion and everything. Yeah.
Of course. What kind of amps do you guys use? Cabinets.
Well, that's an interesting one because
to get that
for the solos, I used the Line 6 Spider amp that we had at college when on the recording. But for live, it's kind of different because I don't have Line 6 amps. I'll show you. This is one of the amps I got. I don't think I've used this in the band, in my originals band, that much yet.
Oh, box. Very classic. Nice.
100. That's one of the amps I use live, but it depends how much we can get in the car because we have quite big setups. And this is another one I've got. This is a smaller version. I actually use that one most for the band.
Cool, classics. Nice,
great amps.
Oh yeah, Vox. You can't go wrong with that. Classic game in the UK. Absolutely, just like Marshall.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you guys use Marshall as well?
No. To be honest, I know this is probably an unpopular opinion, but I'm not too crazy for Marshalls. I like my Vox amps and I like Line 6 amps. I don't have a Line 6 amp, but I've played on lots of Line 6s. I've always Marshalls are good. I know a lot of guitarists use them, but for me, it's usually been either Vox or Line 6.
It's all good, man. It's your opinion, like that's the beautiful thing about amps. There's something out there for everybody. Everybody likes something. It's not a yes or no. It's just I don't prefer it. Yeah. That's fine. I'm not insulted by that. It's all right.
Great.
Yeah. It's like it's like, do you like this kind of food? No. Well, it's all right. It's your preference. It's all good.
That's what hard feelings.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, what kind of musical gear do you guys use, like to record your tracks, like mics, stuff like that?
Well, again, for the rhythm parts, I record my guitar through an interface. Reese uses his keyboard, and he also uses MIDI, stuff like that. He programs most of the instruments he uses are like programmed VST instruments.
Interesting.
I'll tell you what else I also use, because sometimes I do use for some songs I do use my own audio interface, and the audio interface I've got is this Boss ME25, and you can now this is actually a pedal, but it can also be used as an audio interface. It's actually got, if you can see there, here, it's a USB that plugs into my laptop. I can use it with my software.
That is so cool.
I know, it's a really good piece of gear for them, definitely for the money's worth. And if you wanted to get into basic like demo productions, if you want to get into that stuff and get your ideas down, it's definitely a great songwriting tool. And to record the songs as well. I mean, we've used studios. We've been in a proper studio, and we've been in and Reese has like his home studio, his own mixing desk and whatnot to help to mix the tracks and everything. And there's a lot to it. We have used mics as well to mic up amps. We try and mix it up to create something new. And so yeah, various tools for the production.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I've never seen an interface like that. I mean, the kind of interfaces I'm thinking of, ones with the UV meter in the middle, and has the levels, and you have the knobs, and then you have the XLR and TRS inputs.
Yeah,
input jacks.
Focus,
that's the kind I use. I've just never seen anything like that. That's cool.
Yes, thank you. I have quite unorthodox setups. Use quite unorthodox setups.
That's cool. That's very cool. I mean, I've seen pedal boards like that, but I didn't know they could be used as an interface. That's like a really cool thing to know. Thanks for sharing that with us. That's awesome. That's brilliant.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, what activities do you guys enjoy partaking in besides playing music together?
Well, this is the crazy thing. We're from two separate worlds. I'm a metalhead, and he's like, and he's obsessed with electronic music. But we play PlayStation games together. We're into stuff like that. We like doing a bit of gaming and stuff like that.
Oh, what kind of games do you guys play?
Man, I play mainly. I've not actually played video games in a long time. I'm massive into the Injustice games, though, the DC stuff.
Cool.
And we don't actually have that many games in common. In fact, we don't actually have that many things in common. We do except we both love music and we're both good at it.
Music brings people together.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
It's a very powerful thing.
It's the universal language.
Yes. You ever seen that film Close Encounters?
I'm afraid not.
It's a 1980s famous film. It's a 1980s famous film, and they use music to communicate with the extraterrestrials.
Oh, I'll have to watch it then.
It's really cool. Close Encounters. Yeah, they're with a little MIDI keyboard. Well, not a MIDI keyboard, but it's a little synthesizer, and they play musical notes to communicate with the extraterrestrials. And they come out of the spaceship, and then they go down.
Nice.
To talk to them.
Dead right. It's dead right, isn't it?
Yeah, and they remade it apparently. I never saw the remake because let's be real, the original's probably better.
Yeah, that's the case with quite a few films, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you folks in your group play other instruments besides?
Well, I play guitar, and I'm mainly a guitarist, but I try to sing in my band as well. The key word being try. No, I am a decent vocalist. It's just I wasn't originally a vocalist, and when I started, when I started singing, I kind of sucked, but I'm a lot better. I'm a lot better at it now. I know what direction I'm going with my vocals. But so that's that. I guess that's my second instrument, and I can play a little bit of keyboard. Yeah. And Reese does a little bit of singing now and again on, and it does a little bit of backing vocals on the track. So I guess singing's our second instrument.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I really like that. Do you guys do like screaming? Do you scream in your tracks sometimes, or like do those growls that they do sometimes in those heavy metal groups?
No.
No.
Vocally, I'm best at mimicking Dave Mustaine from Megadeth.
Nice.
Like this. Hello, me. Meet the real me. My misfits way of life. Dark black past is my most valued possession.
Very cool. Very awesome. Yeah, absolutely. So what is the best advice you've been given in your life that you can give to other folks out there?
That's an interesting one. Best advice I could give. Is this like music or in general? Or both?
In general, like life advice. If people are like, for example, struggling out there and they need some advice to keep their spirits up, like inspirational advice, if you will.
One best thing I can say is don't listen to everything everybody says. because a lot of people try to give advice to people. Don't listen to everybody. Try and go your own path a little bit, you know. Don't think you have to do what everything this person says or that person says. And also, if you've got a passion, I mean, the main one actually is if you've got a passion, if you're passionate about something, if you want something, try and get it. You know, life's too short. You've got to try and you've got to get what you want. You've got to achieve your goals, keep chasing them, be consistent, and yeah, have a good life, really.
That's great advice. I'm sure they'll greatly appreciate it. Yeah.
And if you're a musician, my best advice for musicians is posting Facebook groups, because there's music Facebook groups out there, and if you're wanting to grow an audience, definitely post in those, because I didn't know about them for a long time, and they've helped me with my career.
Yeah, we're following, our profiles. We're following a lot of groups, and all the time on Facebook, our profile gets bombed all the time because we have musicians coming in. They're always inviting us to groups, and we always join them. So yeah, that's a great advice, musicians out there. He's right. He's right about that. Absolutely.
So yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for your time and, scheduling an interview with us. We greatly appreciate it.
No problem. Pleasure was all mine.
All right. Well, you have a great day. Stay safe out there. Peace and love.
Yes, man. You and all the best, dude. Ta-ra.
On the sound wave, we play real music. On the sound wave, on YouTube, the musical portal to real music with no auto-tune, quantizing the sound wave. We play